Well, here we are. Thanks for driving me home. You really didn't have to. How many I had is neither here nor there. But look, I know my sisters dragged you out to my birthday party tonight, so I don't know. Do you want to come in for a cup of tea or something? I'm just being polite. Is it weird to ask you to come in? I mean, of course, if we're still even dating. Wait, I don't want you to finish that sentence. Just come in and we can have a proper talk. Well, sit down. I'll put a pot on. My mom sent home over some leftover birthday cookie cake. We could have some of the tea. Sounds good? Cool. Make yourself comfortable. Here. The chocolate frosting isn't too sweet. Just ignore the part that says baby boy on it. I'm her only son. You look like you'd hardly eaten anything at the party. You didn't want to eat? Well, you could have told my sister that you were unavailable, or that you still had jet lag from your trip. They'd understand. I know you made an effort to go. I just wish you didn't act like they had literally dragged you by the hair to be there when you showed up. Well, shit. I didn't know. Look, I'm sorry. I didn't want to be snappy. I didn't mean to be all... No. Baby. It meant the world to me that you were there. It hurt that it looked like you didn't want to be there at all. I'm sorry. I know. You're sleep deprived, and that's probably why you weren't smiling or interacting that much. Is that it? Sorry. I know. We're not exactly smilers. But I'd hope you'd at least save one for me. Especially given the occasion. And the fact that our anniversary is coming up. Look, we can't dance around this anymore. We should have talked about this before you left for your 2-week training trip in Europe. That fight was terrible. I know. Shitty timing. You know, I stayed up and reread texts while you were away. Yeah, we're just updating each other where we are and what we're eating, when we go to sleep and when we wake up. God, it must be annoying. Just the blandest text between a couple. It's all so mechanical and perfunctory. It was so unlike us. I know. We're both introverts. We're not really that expressive. But for the past year we've been together, I'd hoped that, we would have improved. After that fight, it was like we took several steps backwards. And it wasn't even that bad before. Never was. When we first started dating, yeah, okay, like, we were awkward and all, but it never felt robotic or forced. Huh? You were in contact with my sisters. What'd they say? That I was miserable. Wow. Yeah. Okay, no crap. Look, can I be honest? With your tone over the texts, I was terrified you'd come to my birthday party just to break it off with me. I know I catastrophize, and when you even look at me or smile at me, all my internal alarm bells were just going off and taking it as like some kind of confirmation that my fear was right all along. So I went into a rage. Look, I know it's not an apology. I'm just trying to provide context. Me snapping at your disassociated zombie version when you actually made an effort to come all the way to my sister's house to see me, it's unacceptable. You're sorry. Baby. The fight? We're talking about this now? All right. You're sorry for being jealous and thinking the worst. I understand. More than you think. And to be fair, if I saw you talking and laughing with your ex like I was, I'd be upset too. So, that's valid. What do you mean? Well, yes, I was mad. I'm still mad. A tiny bit. But that's because the past month has just been so terrible, and we're crappy communicators. But you being jealous, that was not my problem at all. It was something I noticed from the beginning. Look, I know the way we got together was cute and all. Just two introverts who didn't know how to flirt, and they tried to crush on each other for months until their coworkers couldn't stand it anymore and basically pushed us together. I thought my biggest problem would be getting you to say yes to a date with me, but surprise, it wasn't. Yeah, well, even when we got together, I feel like there's this wall between us. I know. I know what you went through. I know why that wall is there. I had one too. But you stood there looking all cute and mine crumbled down. But it feels like yours is unyielding and just as strong as ever. You wouldn't let me in. Okay, but this is not me pointing fingers. This is me saying I'd hoped when we got together that being vulnerable, finally not hiding behind a mask or silence, would be part of the deal. I have never felt like you trusted me enough to be vulnerable. And that hurt. I know hardly anyone in your life has ever made you feel safe. Not your family, not most of your friends, not that spawn of the devil person who traumatized you from your last relationship. But I wanted to build that trust between us. I want you to feel safe around me. Enough for you to, I don't know, even let your walls down. Just once. Yeah. But instead, the whole time it felt like you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. You don't think so? Because whenever we had a sliver of an argument or a disagreement, it felt like you already had a foot out the door the entire time. You were just ready to run away at the smallest sign of chaos. And I guess it got to me. I got exhausted trying to keep you in. See, when you got jealous, I knew. I saw it on your face. And then all of a sudden, it was gone. Because you became this emotionless statue. I ran to you immediately to explain myself, but it was like I was talking to a wall, and you suddenly acted like you didn't care. Like you were okay with the thought of losing me. I know this is messed up, but some jealousy is good. It's normal. Maybe not in crazy doses, but I had hoped it meant that you were just as afraid to lose me as I am of losing you. Yeah. I said some things and you said some things. You said maybe it was okay. Maybe I still wanted my ex. And maybe I should be with them if I liked them so much. That was, that was rough. I wondered if I was the only one here. Was I boarding up the door so you couldn't leave? Was your heart already somewhere else? Did I even have it at all? Ever? And then I said something equally stupid. I know that. I said, you know what? Maybe I do still like them. I mean, God. What are you going to do about it? Oh. I want you to know I didn't mean that. I'm not going to say, that I love you and that that I don't mean that, because you don't know that. Not for sure. And not after I said those things to deliberately spite you while we're arguing. I sounded convincing. But I wasn't. I didn't mean it at all. It was wrong. There. I'll say it. I was wrong. But at that moment, I wanted to see if I was alone in this. It doesn't make it any better or reasonable, but I wanted to see if you really didn't care. I wanted to see for myself if I had been alone from the start. And what I saw was I saw you break in front of me. I saw my words break you. I knew by the way your eyes darkened and the way your lip quivered that even as you tried not to tear up, the tears came too quickly. And at that moment, I felt like a bucket of ice water had just been splashed on my head, because you told me your vulnerabilities. You told me your insecurities. You told me how your ex repeatedly chose others over you, and yeah, I still did that. I cannot stand the fact that I hurt you like that. And I tried to take it back, but it was too late. I was terrified because really, there's no going back from that. And I knew you were already stressed out enough from the work trip you had coming up. Yeah, no, you're right. I know you were mad. And you had every right to be mad. Hell, you have every right not to talk to me again. You asked for space, and I drove you home. That entire drive, I wish we didn't go to that party. It's not like either of us wanted to go anyway. Yes, you told me you wanted to see my friends again, and I told you my ex was there, and you said it was okay. Do you know why me and my ex were laughing and smiling when you saw us? She had said that she had never seen me smile so easily, and that she was happy I'd found someone who helped me get over my dislike for showing my front teeth. God. Wish I did it all differently. What do you mean? No, I'm the one at fault here, baby. Why are you apologizing? You're sorry for not letting me in. And you thought you were hard to love. I was better off without you? Baby, no. What do you mean? What do you mean you had to earn me? And you were just waiting for me to give up? You have never had to earn my love. I'm yours. Why would you think that? You are not hard to love, and you don't need to prove yourself. You don't need to be useful to be loved. You don't need to do anything except be you. Oh, for fuck's sake, who made you feel like this? You think I would leave you if I saw the real you? Why? That's all I've been wanting, baby. That's literally all I've wanted since I first saw you. I thought you were so interesting and so fucking smart. I wanted you, the real you. Even that version you've kept hidden all this time. I want all of you. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry I hurt you, and I'm sorry I made you think that I would ever choose anyone over you because I was angry. God, I love you so much. Right. I guess all this could have been avoided if we weren't so bad at communicating. Well, look, here's what we're going to do. We are going to tell each other how we're feeling about things. Important things, unimportant things. We're going to talk to each other. We're going to take things at face value. And we say the things that we mean, and we mean the things that we say. We sit down and talk it out. Every time. If I ever talk to exes, or you do, which I hope not, because I want to beat the living daylights out of every single one of them, we bring each other to the conversation so no one gets jealous. when we're jealous or angry or feeling neglected, we tell each other in a way that won't end with one of us in tears. You promise? You'll try and be less avoidant and let me in? That's all I could ever wish for. Thank you, baby. I love you too. I know it's going to take more than this conversation to do all that, but it's okay. Can you just, I don't know, stay here tonight? Will you hold me? I missed sleeping next to you. Really? Well, you sound mighty convincing when you... All right. I missed you too.